Have you ever caught yourself using spirituality as a means of escape? Or better still, have you ever found yourself doubling down on your spiritual practices so that you can avoid taking the actions you have been inspired to take or even the required actions? Has this ever happened to you or someone you know? In this video, we are going to be looking into what spiritual bypassing is. And I'm going to share a story with you. And then we're going to finish off with the 3 ways to stop spiritual bypassing in its tracks. Don't go nowhere. Sit right back, and I'll be back. Spiritual bypassing is a defense mechanism that people often use to avoid facing their unresolved emotional issues and sometimes some physical issues as well. It is when we use spirituality as a way to escape or ignore our deeper, more challenging emotions. Now, before we even go further, I'm going to tell you a story about a woman called Maya. Once upon a time, in a beautiful village, there was a young girl named Maya. Maya had always been drawn to spirituality, seeking solace and answers to the mysteries of her life. She believed that by practicing mindfulness and positive affirmations, she could find lasting happiness and fulfillment. And for the most part, it worked. Until one day. On this day, Maya faced a challenging situation. Her long-term relationship came to an abrupt end, leaving her heartbroken and lost. Overwhelmed with pain and confusion, Maya turned to her spiritual practices to find solace. She immersed herself in meditation, repeating affirmations, and attending spiritual retreats. She wholeheartedly believed that if she focused solely on positive thoughts and spiritual practices, her emotional pain will magically disappear. And so she continued. She continued to avoid acknowledging the depth of her grief, telling herself that she was choosing happiness over sadness. She just refused to process the emotions. In doing so, Maya fell into the trap of spiritual bypassing. She convinced herself that her spiritual practices alone will heal her heart without addressing the underlying emotions and wounds. She feared the darkness that she would find if she made any attempt to look deeper within. It was easier to affirm, to continue her practices, than for her to sit with the pain and grief of what had become her life. Months went by, and Maya found herself feeling detached and disconnected from her true emotions. There was this mask of happiness that she wore, always projecting an image of peace and serenity to the world. To everyone else that knew her, she was just pure light. Yet deep down, Maya was carrying the pain of her broken relationship. She was carrying scars that she did not want to see. Maya's friends and loved ones began to notice that something was amiss, something was off. They saw through her facade and realized that she was avoiding her true feelings. They went on to encourage her to confront the pain or even seek support from a therapist or a trusted confidant. It took some time, but eventually, Maya realized that spiritual bypassing was not the path to genuine healing and growth. She understood that spirituality should not be used as a shield to avoid facing our emotions, but rather as a tool to navigate through them. Maya then embarked on a journey of self-discovery, seeking professionals out to help her, and she was now able to open up to her close friends and family about her struggles. Maya finally let herself experience the full spectrum of her emotions, embracing both the light and the shadow within her. Through her courageous exploration, Maya learned that true healing required for her to dive deep into her emotions, to acknowledge, to process them, rather than bypassing them in the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment. Maya's story teaches us an important lesson about spiritual bypassing. It reminds us that true growth comes from embracing our emotions and engaging in the necessary inner work. Now, spirituality can be and is a powerful tool, but it should never be used as an escape from our own human experiences. Many of us are drawn to spirituality as a means of finding peace, enlightenment, and growth. And while spirituality is so beautiful in helping us navigate these challenges that we go through, it is essential to be aware of how we might be using it to bypass our emotional wounds. Now, let's explore 3 practical ways to stop spiritual bypassing in its tracks. The first one is developing self-awareness. Take a moment to reflect on your spiritual practices and intentions. It is important that you ask yourself if you are using spirituality to escape or suppress your emotions. It is crucial to acknowledge and honor your feelings rather than brushing them aside. Number 2. The second way to stop spiritual bypassing is through embodiment. Most times, people tend to get lost in lofty spiritual concepts without grounding them, without integrating them into their daily lives. It is important that we ground the spiritual insights into our actions, our thoughts, our behaviors. Number three, inner work. Engaging in inner work is crucial for overcoming spiritual bypassing. Inner work involves exploring our emotions, healing past wounds, and developing a deeper understanding of ourselves. It can include practices such as meditation, journaling, therapy, or even seeking guidance from mentors and teachers. It helps us dive beneath the surface and unravel the layers of conditioning and unresolved emotions that contribute to spiritual bypassing. So, there you have it. Today we talked about spiritual bypassing. You heard the story of Maya, and you have also learned about the three effective ways to stop spiritual bypassing in its tracks. Remember, spirituality is not about escaping reality. It's about embracing our humanity and transforming from the inside. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share with others who might benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more insightful content on spirituality and personal growth. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay open, and keep growing. My name is Adaure from the Rebirth Tent, and this is Adaure Speaks.